Good morning, everyone. Today, I think is your officially start your school holiday, isn't it? Yeah, you must be still sleeping in the bed or too exciting to sleep and then go somewhere, have fun. Okay, so today we just continue our holiday review with Rex, this program, this series program. We're gonna go through another type of question, which is a logical sequencing question. This type of question is counting about 25% in your selective OOC test. So I'll give you the very simple example, but through this example, I just want to show you what is the key strategies and knowledges we should use for the sequencing question. Hopefully that's going to help you in your holiday review. Okay, let's start now. Basically, we have to know what is logical sequencing. Sequencing question basically is that in the question, they will give us one group of subjects or multiple group of subjects. They giving us some information. We have to use that given information to deduce more informations behind it. And with all this information, we want to put a different group of subjects in order. That's called logical sequencing problem. Okay, so logical sequencing problem, the main strategy that we are looking actually for all the sequencing question is we have to decide it which diagram we should use, right? The basic strategy we are doing for the sequencing question will be what diagram we might need. So if it's a multiple group of the subjects need to ask the sequencing, so we need to using a table, right? The table will be like, they will be in different columns and different rows, right? Depends on what is how many subjects we need to sequence in the question. You need to firstly decide how many rows and how many columns you need, right? That's the first type of the diagram we should think about use. Second one is we're using the line. Sometimes we'll drawing the line like this, or sometimes we'll drawing the line in a different segment. That also depends on if it's only one group of subjects need us the sequencing. Of course, the line will be the best one, right? We're using the line. And the third one, sometimes we're using the circular table. If the question asking us is the people sitting in the round table or they are around a rectangular table, and then that's how we draw the circular or rectangular table according to the question they giving to us, right? So basically for all the sequencing question, what we need decided first is what diagram we should use. Okay, so because it's easy to say, oh, let's deduce some information out. But when the question is getting more complicated, if you do not have been facilitated by the diagram, sometimes it's going to be very hard to work out what the information has been deduced. Deducing information is basically, how do we say, it's something that we using given information to work out the informations, even we has not been told, but we know this is true. The example I always give my student is, look, I got 12 students in my classroom. 5 is boys, right? What's our information you can work out? 7 are girls, of course. That is something, even I didn't tell you that I got a 7 girl student in my classroom, but you can easily deduce out from what I have given to you. That's called a deducing information. But in the sequencing question, the deduced information will be not like as easy as the example I give it to you. So by assisted by this diagram, that's going to be helping us more easily and more systematically to find out what's the information we shouldn't know, but they have been telling us. Okay, so if that is the key parts that we have to do for the sequencing question, which means, guys, if you later on to review the question, you need to make sure for all the sequencing question you made wrong, you have to think about, okay, do I choose the correct diagrams? If I choose the correct diagrams, and then what is the procedures following, I made a mistake. Okay, that's when you do the sequencing question, I need you to do. Okay, now let's have a look at this question. So this question basically telling us that this game, we are on a sequencing the 4 pictures in a row. And we have the following, the information that are given to us, 1, 2, 3. They give us 3 informations. Since it's only 4 pictures, there's no multiple groups. It's just one group of subjects, 4 pictures. So for this question, of course, the line will be the best character. So we choose the line 1, 2, 3, 4, right? That is 4 pictures. Look at the first one. The bell is next to book. Can we put this information into this diagram? So far it's not, right? So far we don't know yet. So if we can't put the information immediately into the diagrams, what we might do is we put them beside it and using some code. For example, the code I use in double line. So all my students understand that double line means they're next to each other, right? Nobody in the middle. So if I'm using the single line, this I'm telling myself, yes, they are next to each other, but not necessarily no one in the middle. They just besides, but the book is on the right of the bell. But is somebody in the middle? Not sure. That's why I use symbol line. So either double line means they're next to each other and nobody in the middle. Okay, so that is the first condition. Second one, apple is somewhere between bell and a cat. Since we know the bell is here, right? So they told me that the apple is between cats and a bell. So and here we have two different possibilities, right? So firstly, which means because the apple is between, so what we might do is the apple and the cat. That's the first possibility. And the second one is apple and cat. Right? Because now I'm using single line. The single line means they just next to each other, but then might be another picture in the middle. We are not sure. That's why I use a single line. So I got these two possibilities. Leave it. Leave these two possibilities and keep reading the third condition, which is they say the book is somewhere right of the cats. With third information we know, since the book is somewhere on the right of the cats, so which means this possibility is not existing. It conflicts with information number 3. Now, what do we get is it should be cat, apple, bell, and book. All right, now we can put the informations we got here. But the only thing when we want to put them into the line chart, we'll find is about the bell and the book, which one it is. We're not sure. So if we don't know what one it is, what we need to do is we should list all of them. Firstly, book is on the left of the bell is on left of the book. Or second one is the bell is on the right of book. So that means for this question, which is also very common in sequencing, is with given information, we can't confirm that is only one answers. There are going to be two possibilities. Why the reason is that is because we didn't be given enough information. That's why we get multiple answers. So we get answer 1, we get answer 2. That is why this question asking us to say, now we need more information to allow us to deduce the code. Right? Why we need more information is because the current information you give me is not enough. When we do not have enough information, the scenario created for us is we might get answer is more than one. Right? So if we know there's two possibilities, then for us the question gonna be very easy, is that we can be looking for through the A, B, C, D to see which questions can confirm us is the possibility 1 or is the possibility 2? Which questions can confirm the results for us, right? Let's check A, B, C, D. Is the apple next to book? If the answer is yes, if the apple next to book, so if the answer is yes, the apple next to book, then it's gonna be, excuse me, it's gonna be possibility. The answer if yes, it's possibility number 2. If answer is no, it's possibility number 1. So that's why A is the correct answer. By knowing the answer of the A, we can easily tell is the possibility 1 or 2, right? So if you just for security, if you check B, they say if a cat next to apple, so even this answer is yes or no, we still cannot tell because if the answer is yes, it's still going to be 1 or 2, right? We don't know which one it is because cat is always next to apple. That's why. B, even we know the answer, is won't helping us with anything, right? You also can check C and D, you'll find that it's similar with the B. That is how we solving the sequencing problem by using this very easy sample to understand like what is the necessary skills and knowledges that we need to review about a sequencing question. Okay, guys, keep enjoying holiday and hopefully these videos can helping you in your review about the sequencing questions.